You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
On YouTube.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So this is a, it's not a night necessarily where a bunch of stories to me really carried over, although I suppose that they are. They're just kind of carrying over as a matter of fact tonight on Monday Night Raw. And that's basically what I want to talk about here. I want to talk about what's going on tonight on Raw. There's so many things, and I'm trying to decide in my little brain here if I even really give a damn about these things, and I'm not 100% sure. First of all, I do want to shout out the people above. We'll be scrolling all the $25 and above patrons. You guys keep the show going. We have about 19 of you guys who are over $25 or more, at 25 or more above. So shout out to all the guys above. We'll give them a shout out in a few minutes. Dana, first of all, all right, can we talk about Sean's View first? Can we please talk about Sean's View? I know this is weirdly sort of off topic, but Jesus, the guy is enraging. This piece of garbage. Sean, you really are a piece of shit. I gotta say, I can't help it. You are a piece of shit, Sean's View. I hate you for this reason, even though you're a goofy idiot in real life. You just really are a moron. And you know what? I'm going to save that for later. But I do want to reference that he made a title to his video the other day. He changed it, actually. He changed it. So it was CM Punk returns to Raw, WWE before WrestleMania 35. He changed this title multiple times. So it was CM Punk returns to Raw. And then it was like at WrestleMania. Now he's added possibly. He finally fixed the damn title to say possibly. CM Punk returns to Raw, WWE before WrestleMania 35. Possibly. Is that a humanoid sentence? Is that a sentence that a human being would say? So his clickbait title originally just said CM Punk returns to WWE before WrestleMania 35. Now he writes possibly at the end. But no, the title should read this, Sean. Even if you want to reach for the stars, the title should read CM Punk returning to Raw before WrestleMania? ? Or the possibility of CM Punk returning to Raw, or rumors of CM Punk returning to Raw if there were any, which I don't think there are, but just because they're in Chicago this Monday or whatever it is, you jump to this stupid video. Anyway, we'll play some of that later at the end, but right now let's go back to my Raw assessment. Dana Brooke versus Ronda Rousey. Well, who cares? Does anybody care? And I get it, feed Dana to the wolves. You need something for Rousey to do to beat the crap out of somebody. So I totally get it. I understand in classic booking wrestling why they're doing this. The only way that you're going to make this Dana Brooke Rousey thing interesting tonight is if they do something shocking. Whether somebody's attacked and it's insane, or whether, they go with some kind of storyline that Rousey breaks Dana Brooke's neck or something. So if they were to do some kind of shocking thing with blood or a massive injury to Dana Brooke, then I think this is wildly creative and a great idea. But at this time, I doubt they're doing that. Therefore, at the moment, I can tell you at this specific moment before it happens, Dana Brooke versus Ronda Rousey, I couldn't give a piss about this match. And I almost want to go to bed thinking about it right now. I want to go to sleep. I want to GTS myself. By the way, Ronda's selling Breaking Kayfabe merch or Break Kayfabe merch and a bunch of other stuff on her own website. Kind of interesting stuff. I've been telling you for weeks, that Finn Balor, that Vince McMahon wants the Demon at WrestleMania. Vince wants the Demon at WrestleMania. Been saying it for weeks. And, whether that's Undertaker or Bobby Lashley, I don't know. With the story they got going on, it seems like it's Bobby Lashley. It seems like Finn Balor now has to combat Lio Rush and Bobby Lashley. Hey, Bobby, yeah, you got Lio Rush in your corner, but I've got a Demon in my corner. That seems to be where they're going to go with it. That's just what I think. You got Lio Rush, I got a Demon. It's WrestleMania. I don't know if I love that. I would have rather Finn Balor versus like Chad Gable or somebody like that who could have an epic Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania. Because if this takes place, I feel like the match will be 10 minutes or less, with Finn Balor sort of squashing Bobby Lashley a bit as the Demon, and then potentially Bobby Lashley working with Lio Rush as he's angry at his manager, and they finally have a wrestling match, and maybe they could even turn Lio Rush babyface if they really wanted to, with Lashley being this, overzealous bully. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, that's the situation. Don't care. Well, I mean, but I get why they're doing it. See, I get it. Like, I would do these things too to a certain extent, but I would tell a better story of it every week is my point. I don't mind where they're kind of going. The pieces are making kind of some sense, but just, God, I would do it so much. You got to do it better than this. You can't play promiscuous all the way up to WrestleMania. And then, there's the matches. See, guys, you didn't see it coming, did you? Here's the matches. No, I get that. You know what I mean? At WrestleMania, it could be good, but you need to make the week-to-week show more exciting. You can't just play coy and mess around with, pussyfooting around everything. If you're hearing banging, by the way, they're working on my house outside. Drew McIntyre versus Rollins tonight. We're going to get Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. These guys have had great chemistry, so I kind of look forward to that match. Although I'm not really that, excited about, what's going on with them at WrestleMania. I would have preferred these two guys against each other at Mania. I would have preferred, I don't know why. I don't know why it is that I'm not that excited about Seth and Brock at Mania. I don't know what it is. I'm not that excited about it. And I would have been more excited if it had been Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, which is crazy to say because Brock is box office, but the Universal title is dead. This is a dead championship, and I get the idea of rarity and box office and attraction of Brock Lesnar, but in this day and age, this current era that we're in, that title is dead. Does anybody give a shit about this belt? No. It's not just Reigns and Brock last year at WrestleMania. It's also that belt means nothing. The belt literally means garbage. It has been a cursed belt from the beginning. Keeping this belt off TV has killed it. It has murdered this belt. It is worthless. It is a garbage championship that seriously nobody cares about. You have killed the Universal Championship. It means nothing. It means nothing. But Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for a WWE World Heavyweight Championship, that's a match I'm interested in. Drew McIntyre versus Rollins for a Universal belt. Yeah, I'm interested in those two wrestling, but I really don't care about the belt. They need to get rid of that belt. They need to scrap, start over, whatever you got to do. Get rid of this title. Mark my words, unless they do something very significant, the belt is dead. The belt is dead. And maybe they were planning on doing that with Roman, and then he got cancer, and then they had to kind of go back to their old plan of, I'm Brock Lesnar. I'm miles away in my farm, and I'm going to go hunt some deer and kill some animals and feel like a real man, and then tell my wife to shut up and lock her doors and get in her bedroom, or whatever Brock Lesnar does. And I'm going to hoard that belt and leave it in my basement because I don't really give a shit about it. Actually, I forgot to bring it. I forgot to bring it. Vince probably said, "Hey, Brock, you got the title." Oh, listen, Vince, I don't know what I did with the title. Oh, fine, here you go, Brock. Just go on out there. That's why we saw Brock Lesnar out there with a Universal Championship without Brock Lesnar nameplates on it. Remember that? No nameplates on the belt. You know why there was no nameplates on the belt? Because the guy probably lost it, or he don't know where it is, because he don't give a shit. All he cares about is hunting, or whatever. I don't know. He's not flying out there. Anyway, Drew McIntyre, Rollins, love the match usually, but we're starting to see it too much too. Now it's starting to become like, all right, well, we're seeing it a whole bunch. We're not seeing it on like a pay-per-view. We're not seeing it at a SummerSlam or WrestleMania or something like that where it's more special. And you can say, remember when those guys hooked up? No, now you're seeing it week in, week in, week in, week out on Raw. And then if it does happen at a WrestleMania or something, you're going to be like, well, okay, I see this on Raw every week. I mean, who cares? They really have to start toning down the matches that these guys are having against each other. I mean, they started to do it. They started to bring in jobbers like James Ellsworth and stuff like that. Why don't they go back to some of those squashes and being a little bit more innovative with some talent? You know, bring in guys that we don't see a whole lot to wrestle other guys. Why not do it? I don't know. And also tonight on Monday Night Raw, Kurt Angle is going to announce his opponent for WrestleMania. Dare I say, I love Kurt Angle. First of all, I love Kurt Angle. He is so phenomenal. And even a couple years ago, I saw him have great matches on the indies with Cody Rhodes. Kurt Angle is just a legend. I'm so glad that he's having a last match and going out this way before it gets really too late. But right now, it almost is too late because his movement in the ring has suddenly decreased. His body, his neck, the way he walks, it is hard to stare at Kurt Angle, man. He is just looks like his body is ravaged. Like, I mean, the way he stands with his legs bent, kind of herked, it's terrifying to look at. Like, I don't know what kind of pain he's in, but it's got to be a lot. But so I'm glad he's announcing this. Shelton Benjamin responded to this on Twitter, and Kurt said, "That's a great idea. You know, I accept." But I can't really believe that this would really be the WrestleMania match. So what I believe is tonight they may have a match tonight, and then Kurt Angle will still pick his opponent for WrestleMania. I believe. I don't know, though. But I would be surprised, you know, Angle would wrestle tonight. I mean, maybe Shelton Benjamin could say something like, "Listen, man, Kurt, I love you, you know, whatever else, but let me be the one to put down Old Yeller. You know, I could use the rub. It won't be long, Kurt. I'll beat you in like 30 seconds, and, you know, you can go on back to your home, and, you know, and I can finally get my shine off of that. And I love you, man, and I really want to help you." And it's almost like he's kind of like sincere, but he's also a dick. And Kurt can be like, no, I don't think so, you know. And then they get into this argument where it turns into, well, we're going to have a match now, tonight. And then Kurt beats Shelton pretty quickly with an ankle lock, and then he'll announce his real opponent maybe or something like that. I don't know. It could be something like that. I'm not too interested, but it's kind of interesting, I suppose. But, you know, I wonder if it's going to be something that's not obvious, because so far there's been so many names. There's been about 6 or 7 names listed. John Cena's the most obvious. The Undertaker's being thrown out there. You know, The Undertaker's still being thrown out for everybody. Finn Balor. I think Undertaker is like a number 2 option for Finn Balor, and I feel like Undertaker is a number 3 option for Kurt Angle. But so I don't even think he's involved in these things. But you never know. Although I do believe Finn Balor will still just get Bobby Lashley. Brock Lesnar is going to be there tonight. Again, who cares? Universal title is a joke. Don't care about Lesnar anymore. They've gone too long with this. Way too long. They should have gotten their payoff a long time ago and moved on and used Lesnar now when he comes back to try to like take a piece of someone type of deal, not have him hijacking the belt still. I understand what they tried to do. It's not working. It's diminishing the more time goes by. And the payoff is dead. Doesn't matter now if Seth Rollins beats him, because Roman already beat him. And the belt's dead. He's dead. He's a dead commodity. He's not the attraction that he used to be. When he came back and attacked John Cena that first time and came back, that was an attraction. You know, when he was beating The Undertaker's streak, that was an attraction. Even a year and a half after that, he was an attraction. But ever since then, the stock has started to drop on the attraction. And man, that attraction took that Universal Championship, and my God, he jumped off the Empire State Building with it and buried it 17 feet under the pavement of Manhattan. It's garbage. CM Punk speculation running wild, as tonight I believe they emanate from Chicago. Raw is in Chicago tonight, I believe. And that's why all the rumors of CM Punk just start flying out there like they do every single other time that Raw is in Chicago. Every time there's rumors. Certainly Sean's view, there's rumors every time. Every single time. They're in Chicago. He makes a video. Returns with the clickbait crap. Every time. But yeah, I do believe they're in Chicago. I'm trying to double check it now. I want to make sure that I'm not incorrect here. Yeah, it looks like they are. They're in. Are they in Chicago? Like, I'm wondering. Yeah, they are. Allstate Arena in Chicago, one of the biggest areas for wrestling for the WWE of all time. Biggest arenas. We'll see what happens tonight in Chicago. And I do want to thank the supporters, guys. We can't do it without you. Not only do you get 30 hours of bonus content a month on Patreon that nobody can hear on YouTube. You cannot hear this content on YouTube. I do things and we do shows that are just not here on YouTube. They're on Patreon and they help my channels continue for free. But these are the people that have become $25 patrons or above. Now you can hear 30 hours of bonus content a month for only $5. For $2 you can hear a whole bunch as well. But these guys have decided to go 25 or above. And those are Justin McNeil, Gary Metzler, Mikey to Crikey, BigBadAds, Jacob, Gerald Armstrong, Nicky J, Jabroni, Jabber Podcast, Frog Kid, Ryan Pelletier, Steamy Wet Broccoli, Matt Gersey, Awonddy Big M, Coop The Comedian, The Bear 1322, Broken Lion, Trey Hendrickson, CJ Bradley, and JR Ford III. Think about joining this crew. Of course, you'll get your name down below in the description, and we'll display it on the screen from time to time, just like these guys, these elites have done. So I want to thank them and thank everybody else. And guys, I will be live after Raw tonight, and I will be working on some other podcasts that will be going up here on Corrupted and on the Patreon channel, and quite possibly could be gaming tonight as well after Raw, but the Raw review will be big. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I will try to respond to some of those comments, and I may put a post down there for your comments or questions where I can make another reaction video in a couple hours reacting to your comments or questions should I get enough. Tonight, Raw, Rousey, Brock, Seth Rollins, and more. Leave your comments down below. We'll see you tonight for Monday Night Raw. If you guys want, check out these other videos you might have missed because YouTube didn't push them out. And remember, if you want to make sure you don't miss my videos, make sure you interact with tons of my videos and keep coming back every day and clicking on them and liking them. And that will ensure that YouTube will push my videos to your subscribe feed more.